Hello everyone, I am Andrea Louis with the Channel 5 News, back with the details after this.
Do you need more cash for that home improvement? Then come to Fast Cash, where we give you more. At Fast Cash, our customers get more funds and more time to repay. But wait, can't come to us? We'll come to you, and our mobile officer will get you on your way. Small businesses, consumers, and taxi owners. Fast Cash has more for everyone. Simply call or visit any of our locations for more. Smarter, faster, better. Fast Cash. Terms and conditions apply.
First up, an over $250 million bill for the education sector due to Hurricane Maria's devastation. The word from the permanent secretary in the Ministry of Education, who said that is just a preliminary figure.
We have preliminary assessment figures from the World Bank assessment, and it's over $250 million. We are still doing assessments on the ground to get a full picture. And it's not just structures. We're looking at curriculum, we're looking at equipment, and we're looking at the costs involved in the temporary structures that we are setting up. It's a lot. Furniture, we have to replace a lot of furniture, we have to replace school materials, we have to replace textbooks.
Hyacinth has advocated for a Build Back Better approach to construction of schools.
94% of the education sector was affected. We have to build resilience in our structures. So it will cost us a lot to build back better and to even build better than what we had at the pre-Maria level.
Still in education, over 100 grand is available to teachers whose properties suffered hurricane damage. The Dominica Association of Teachers is distributing the funds through a donation by Education International.
We received initially about $39,000 US. The teachers have to apply. There's a letter of application which they have to put in. People are asking me what to put in the letter. You're a teacher, you should know what to put in the letter of application. There's certain proof of things that we have to ascertain before we can disperse the monies, because we have to give an account of monies people have given us. And these are not monies that people pick up on the ground. These are monies that came from their dues, because these people, they pay dues, and part of the dues go to a disaster fund.
Nicholas said assessments are continuing to ascertain teachers' needs.
So far, as people would understand, on the ground, I have not been able to go as far as I would like to, because I have a school to run, I have DAT to run, I even have my own issues. Right now I'm dealing with the death of my cousin, who is Joan Mead Richards, a teacher at the SMP. So we are doing what we can, and teachers have been coming in and they have been receiving the support that we are giving. It's because of the integrity, the accountability, and the true leadership of the Dominica Association of Teachers. That is why within 2 or 3 days we were able to write a project in darkness, under candle, send it off to EI through the auspices of the Ministry of Education. And I have to thank Ms. Roye, who is the Secretary of the Permanent Secretary in Education, and Ms. Chandler for using her facilities, and also Mr. Mills, Fitzroy Mills. We're able to go to his place to get our emails, etc., facilitated.
In other stories, Chief Executive Officer of Cable and Wireless Communications, John Reed, has assured employees of Flow that their jobs are secure despite the infrastructural damage suffered through Hurricanes Irma and Maria. Reed was speaking to Channel 5 News at a function to observe Mission Day in Dominica last week. Cable and Wireless Communications is the parent company for Flow Dominica. Following Hurricane Maria, the company's infrastructure suffered immense damage from the hurricane, and recently, General Manager Flo Dominica, Jeffrey Baptiste, revealed that 33 of the company's 49 cell sites have been restored, and mobile service now covers 85% of the population. CEO Reid says that all hands are needed on deck to help the company achieve its goal of building back better and stronger following the hurricanes.
Well, our plan is to build back what we've lost. The technology may look different. Our expectation, though, is that, and I can tell you because I helped develop some of those forward-looking plans, is that our expectations we grow back stronger than we were before, and so growing back stronger means we need our employees to help us do that. So, yeah.
Outside of ensuring improved service to customers, Reid says that the charitable foundation was established to help the markets most heavily impacted by Hurricanes Irma and Maria.
What we did was important was that we set up a charitable foundation, and we seeded that with $500,000, and then we raised up to this point about another $900,000. So I think we're about $1.5 million in that foundation now from our partners and ourselves. And so what we're doing is partnering with some local community groups, besides our employees, obviously, and our management team, to really identify opportunities within the communities where we can make a difference. And it just doesn't mean providing supplies like food and water. We're doing all that. What we want to do is try to find opportunities where there's something sustainable, something that is tangible, that people can see, that we can say, look back and say that's something we contribute to the actual rebuilding of the communities. I think that's the next stage for us. So we're developing plans, we're identifying opportunities, we're working with various groups throughout the region, and we're narrowing that list of projects that we think are important that we should be involved in, demonstrate some leadership towards, and also we know that will be supported very much by the broader Flow community.
Now, I heard that the senior executives happily gave 10% of their October salary towards the Charities Foundation. Is there a target you're hoping to raise, as regards
Well,
money
I tell you, when I thought about the foundation, I first thought $1 million. We put in $500,000, and then we raise $500,000. We've surpassed that by 50%. So, I put it this way: I think the foundation will be a living vehicle to help, not just during hurricane season, but also throughout the year to look for opportunities where we can, make a difference, contribute funds to help, create stronger communities. So for me, while $1.5 million, I'm very proud and very, pleased of what we've raised. What I would say is that the ambition is to keep building on that. We will obviously take some of that and put it into the communities, and then we'll continue to raise funds throughout the year. We'll put some in every year as a company, but every year we'll also look to our partners to help us identify projects where they are interested in contributing and really making a long-term difference.
So what closing remarks or lasting message do you want to leave before our viewers as we wrap up our discussion?
Hang in there. Just know that there are a lot of people out there who look to your country, to look to our staff, look to the broader community, and identify opportunities that we can help you rebuild. You're not alone. You're on an island, but this island, believe me, is very much tethered to the mainland and to other countries throughout the Caribbean, and we'll be here to support you.
VP People for Cable and Wireless Communications Dominic Boone was also on island for Mission Day and reiterated the company's commitment to helping the most heavily impacted markets following the devastating hurricanes Irma and Maria.
100%, absolutely. We've set up a new cable and wireless charitable foundation to help these affected communities. We've raised $1.4 million so far, so now we have to find some community projects to channel that funding into so we can continue to help. People right across the region are still thinking of you as you rebuild your lives, and Cable and Wireless is here continuing to connect with communities and transform lives.
Still on employment, a member of the union representing public service workers says now more than ever, workers need to know their rights.
General Secretary for the Public Service Union, Thomas Leighton, is encouraging members to work closely with their union for support where necessary.
I want to tell our members that now more than ever before, they should really throw their support behind the union. You not support your union because there might be a strike, there might be a sick out or something. Your support to the union should be an ongoing thing because you need the union in various ways. Because I have seen a number of people come to the union for assistance, and wherever we have been able to assist them, we are assisting them. And when you show your support, when your employer is aware that the union has your support. They respect you and they are careful how they do things. And the last negotiation that we had with government is an example of what you can achieve if the members are with you. The members were with us at the time, and we were able to get what we got on their behalf. And I want to tell them that it is our country. We have to rebuild the country. Put aside, I mean, everybody have their political preferences. Put that aside and understand that this country doesn't belong to any one person or to any one group of people or to any one political party. It belongs to all of us. We have to build the future for our children and our children's children. And whatever sacrifice that we are prepared to make, it will worth it in the long run. And I want to also appeal to the employers, respect the employees and do not impose certain things on them. We understand it's not normal time, but you seek their support, you seek their cooperation in a number of areas, and not to make it believe that because we had a hurricane, the working conditions can be what it is. I see people, for example, violating the whole redundancy laws, sending people home for how many months and have no idea whether they will come back. I see a number of things are happening which are not the best.
And that was General Secretary for the Public Service Union encouraging members to be more aware of their rights, especially in this post-Maria era. Reporting for Channel 5 News, I am Kenny Williams.
Some major companies in the city are yet to resume operations as they recover from the impact on looting their businesses. Victim to the human damage following Hurricane Maria is Raffle and Company on St. Johnston's Avenue. Owner of the hardware company, Antoine Raffle, says people continue to raid his business.
But they're still looting up to yesterday. Up to last night, they were inside my place. Just that you can't shoot somebody. And it's sad, but it is true.
Okay, so there's no security there?
How do you secure a 10,000 square feet place? By tarpaulin, you can't do it. Put somebody there, and who's going to guard the guard, as the Calypso says.
Raffle considers that the police force failed the business community.
I feel better than Whitchurch, Miniers, and the others in that the point of entry was a little bit narrow, but they did more destruction inside than they did stealing. I won't call it looting, I call it stealing. They destroyed all the computers. They took the stove inside the concrete roof. Kitchen was thrown out of the kitchen. So was other items in the kitchen was thrown out. Tables and desks that were fixed to the ground was actually uprooted, and it is vandalism, nothing but that. That is how I look at it. All that happened, unfortunately, police did nothing to help us. Looting after a hurricane for a day or two is expected, but thereafter it should have been stopped, order should have been restored, and destruction of offices and equipment of many businesses were a deliberate attempt to destroy the private sector.
Plans are ongoing to repair the building to resume operations next year.
Fortunately for me, we do not have a lot of building material and other stuff, electronics and things like that. I mean, I saw a guy walking away with 2 fans, but they were dripping water because he picked them up from, we had about 2 feet of silt and water inside the store, and everything was on the ground, and the wind blew up everything. And the fan was dripping water. When I said, "Where are you going with that?" He said, "I'm hungry." We hope to resume business in 4 or 5 months' time, 4 months' time.
Still in the business community, small businesses in Dominica could start receiving support through World Bank funds within 2 weeks.
The disbursement of the funds is expected to follow a very targeted program focusing on business and agriculture. The Ministry of Commerce, Enterprise and Small Business Development is well underway with that project in terms of ensuring a proper structure and process. This program already has cabinet approval, and more details on its rollout are expected later. The grants will be aimed at stimulating economic activity within the private sector, especially for small business. The expectation is that the program will target small business that are ready to move on to be able to ensure within 3 months that economic activity can be stimulated for these small businesses. In conjunction with that, the ministry will also continue its regular program with consideration for the current situation in the country while embracing the Building Back Better and climate resilient concepts.
We are doing our assessments and monitoring so we can really respond to the realities on the ground and the real needs of our client base, and to really work towards our vision, which has been articulated over and over again by the Prime Minister of Dominica, Honorable Roosevelt Skerrit, that we in Dominica, we will become the #1 in terms of building a state, ensuring economic activities, ensuring resilience to climate change. We have to. We do not have a choice. So we at the ministry, we are ready to work with small businesses and private sector, and we are pleased that already some commercial activities has recommenced, and we will do all in our power to push you to ensure that we get Dominica back on stream in terms of economic activities again.
Prior to Hurricane Maria, there were 10,000 small businesses in Dominica, and these make up a significant economic base. Small business in the country were significantly affected by Hurricane Maria. The full cost of recovery is $514 million. The impact is due to extreme damage to the tune of 495 million EC dollars.
And we wrap up with this item that one US-based relief agency has its eyes set on establishing a branch office in Dominica. Dominica has been receiving tremendous assistance in its post-Maria recovery effort from several agencies, some of which have already come and gone, while others plan to be here for the long haul. Channel 5 News caught up with one agency that falls into the second category and is already strategizing on establishing a branch office in Dominica to continue helping the island well into the future. Samaritan's Purse, based in the United States, was already in the region helping Irma-affected countries when the cry for help came from Dominica. Team leader for Samaritan's Purse, Hannah Hamrick, told Channel 5 News that the group has been very active in the Caribbean for the 2017 hurricane season.
Yeah, so when we were keeping track of what was happening with first Hurricane Irma, then Hurricane Maria, we were keeping close watch with our team in the U.S. And so we decided on a few different islands that we knew would be in need of assistance. So we had loaded a plane and gotten things ready, and then arrived in Dominica on September 22nd after the hurricane.
All right. Now, I mentioned Samaritan's Purse, and that name would be familiar to a lot of Dominicans because we see your blue tarpaulins all over the place. How is it that you assist us? Is it just through the donation of tarpaulins? Are there other forms of assistance that you give?
Yeah, so one way is definitely the tarpaulins and other shelter materials. We're also doing water provision, so we have water treatment systems that are up the western coast, and also we installed one over in La Plaine as well, so providing fresh drinking water to the region. We're also doing a larger scale shelter project which will target the northwest of the country, so in the Portsmouth area. We're working with the local government to identify homes that need to be rebuilt and identifying families that are living in collective centers that we're working to help provide shelter for so that they're able to get out of those collective centers.
You mentioned having been in a country affected by Hurricane Irma. Based on the experience here in Dominica and the other island you've been to, how would you, describe the devastation in Dominica following Maria?
Yeah, to be honest, the devastation across the Caribbean, we had teams in 6 different islands this year, and so the devastation was unbelievable to see, and particularly here in Dominica. It was unlike anything I'd ever seen before, and I've been doing this for many years, and so just seeing the level of infrastructure that was affected and the homes, it was unbelievable to see.
All right, now you're giving us tarpaulin, you're helping to give us potable water, you also have a housing project on for us. What has the feedback been like from the Dominican public and even the authorities on the help that you're giving to us in our recovery?
We have been so well supported. It's been wonderful to work alongside the City Council in the different areas that we've been working. people are so kind and so receptive and really have just come alongside us as we're all working towards the same goal. And so we feel incredibly supported by the people that are working to help us to rebuild.
A lot of groups have already been to Dominica and have left. How long do you expect to be in the country helping us?
So at this point, we're committed to be here for at least 6 months. We're looking at establishing a longer-term office here. We're grateful to be a part of the response, so we're looking forward to being here for the longer term right now.
That sounds pretty awesome. And seeing you have so much experience from helping other disaster-ravaged countries, do you have any advice you'd like to share with Dominicans in terms of how we could, I guess, more efficiently help ourselves in our recovery efforts?
Honestly, from what I've seen, the people here are incredibly resilient, and they are, so quickly after this storm, everyone was in the street cleaning up their area right in front of their home or their shop and their business. So I think that the people of Dominica are doing an amazing job of responding. And yeah, we're just grateful to be here joining in the effort.
How big is the team of Samaritan's Purse representatives here?
We've had a range. I think our largest team number was about 32. We had a group of surgeons and nurses that were supporting the hospital here in Rousseau. So that team has offered their support and then has departed. So right now we're about 18.
Okay, and you're helping us with the potable water and the tarpaulins and the housing project?
Yes, ma'am.
Any more medical aid from you guys?
At this point, we have a last shipment of some medical supplies that had been requested. We had provided supplies for an operating room, and there were some last supplies that were requested. So we're bringing those in and wrapping up our support to the medical hospital here.
Sounds great. Now, as we wrap up our discussion, is there any special message you want to leave with our viewers?
Well, just thank you for helping us as we've loved being here. Dominica is a beautiful place, and it's wonderful to see it come back to green, as you see the nature healing itself, that people are being healed as well, and that the time to rebuild, it will happen. So we're just grateful to be here.
All right. Hannah, thank you so much for your time.
Yeah, thank you so much.
And there we heard from Hannah Hamrick, team leader for Samaritan's Purse here in Dominica, helping us in our recovery efforts in the aftermath of Hurricane Maria. Reporting for Channel 5 News, I am Andrea Louis.
King Garments on 28 Stibber Street in Pottersville offer a variety of services to you, the general public. We produce independent and local clothing at our Pottersville store. We offer top security services to our many clients and business houses. Also, just arrive at our new PowerMate 6,000 kilowatt generator to power your homes after Hurricane Maria. So come into 28 Stibber Street in Pottersville or call King's Garments at 440-6181, 277-7178 or 317-4441. King's Garments, we are here to serve you.
This has been the Channel 5 News. Feel free to contact us at news@marpin2k4.com. On behalf of the entire production team, I am Andrea Louis, and to all of our viewers around the world, thank you so much for watching. Join us next time.